Hi grade 5. I hope you guys are listening to the videos and getting all your assignments done because it's very important to do that. In this video we're going to talk about part 2 of animal life cycles. In the first video we talked about the life cycles in which the animals don't really change. They simply get bigger. In this video we're going to talk about animal life cycles where animals change in form. So, as you already know, a metamorphosis, it's a Latin word which means change in form. Okay? A metamorphosis is a kind of animal life cycle. Those are the 5 important facts you need to know about a metamorphosis. We have animals, they change in shape or form at each stage. So at every stage the animal is looking different than the previous stage. It's mainly for insects and amphibians, this type of life cycle. Okay? There's 2 types of metamorphosis, a complete and an incomplete. A complete metamorphosis is when you have a complete change at every stage. So the animal is really changing at every stage. An incomplete metamorphosis, the animal is still changing but not completely, not as much as in a complete metamorphosis. Okay? The 5th fact you need to know about a metamorphosis is that the young animal looks very different from its adult parents. Okay? So a tadpole looks like a baby fish. You wouldn't think that its parents are frogs because it has a tail and it doesn't have legs, and so it looks really different from its adult parents. So these are 5 very important facts about a metamorphosis. So you're going to watch this video about the complete metamorphosis of a butterfly. This is an incomplete metamorphosis of a dragonfly. Here we have a nymph molting and becoming an adult. Now, in a complete metamorphosis, there are 4 stages. Insects like ladybugs and beetles and flies and butterflies and moths, they undergo a complete metamorphosis. The main stages are egg, larva, pupa, and adult. So again, a complete metamorphosis, it includes 4 main stages: egg, larva, pupa, and an adult. So in a complete metamorphosis, at first you have eggs are laid and then a larva comes out of the egg, okay? The larva stage is a stage of a complete metamorphosis during which the insect is eating a lot and growing, okay? So all of what the larva does is eat and grow, and it looks nothing like its adult parents. Remember, we said ladybugs, moths, butterflies, mosquitoes, beetles, they undergo a complete metamorphosis. Now, the third stage is the pupa stage. It's called the resting stage because there's no movement done here by the insect, but major changes are happening inside. The fourth and last stage is an adult. Now the insect is ready to fly, if it can fly, and to reproduce. So adult insects are ready to fly and reproduce. This is an example of the housefly that grows by a complete metamorphosis. Frogs and toads, amphibians, also grow by a complete metamorphosis, but of course the stages are different. We don't have a larva or a pupa, okay? We have a tadpole and a froglet and a frog. Here you can see a tadpole undergoing metamorphosis to become an adult frog. Now, an incomplete metamorphosis done by insects like cicadas, dragonflies, cockroaches, grasshoppers, and crickets. It has three stages: the egg, the nymph, and the adult. So there's no larva or pupa. So as you can see here in the picture, these are all nymphs, okay? And they kind of look like each other, so that's why it's an incomplete metamorphosis, okay? Because the animal doesn't really change that much, okay? The nymph stage is different from the adult stage because nymphs can't fly, adults can fly. So nymphs don't have wings like adult insects do. And of course, nymphs can't reproduce, but adults can reproduce. Nymphs, they molt and grow, okay? As you know, molting is that when the insect removes its hard exoskeleton because it's too small, and then it grows a new, bigger one. So nymphs, for example, here we have about 3 nymphs made, okay, before it becomes an adult. So every time the nymph wants to grow, it has to molt. As we said, cockroaches grow by an incomplete metamorphosis. You can see the egg, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 nymphs, okay? So at each stage, the nymph is just getting bigger and bigger until finally it becomes an adult with wings. Here we can see a dragonfly molting, okay, a nymph of a dragonfly molting in order to grow bigger, okay. Molting is the shedding of the small exoskeleton and growing a new, bigger one. So it's done by nymphs in order to become adults. Please read pages 218 and 219 and highlight them because they have all of the information you need to know about an incomplete metamorphosis and the complete one. Also solve this page 220. It's about the animal kingdom and animal life cycles on the bottom. In number 4, they did put 5 kinds of this group of animals that don't have a backbone. There's really 6 kinds, so if you want to put 6, that would be better. But if you know 5, that's also fine. But try to put all 6 groups. Also solve page 221. So you have to match the sentence to the word in the middle and then to the picture that matches with it. So match the sentence to the word and the word to its picture. Here, this is the life cycle of a ladybug. You just have to put them in order. You have to put 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Here, you have to circle one correct answer. Also here, you have to choose the correct answer, one of them. And this is the last question on page 243. Thank you for listening.